The aim is to replicate a real crash.
Vehicle accident. At least one vehicle has rolled. Multiple unknown injuries. 1500 block of South Mile. 3 route.
The reenactment, entitled Docudrama, is organized every year for sophomores in and around Nottoway County. This year, 11 high schools were in attendance along with Maryville High School. A few seniors from every high school in attendance play the part of those injured.
Please.
With sophomores surrounding the accident sitting in bleachers, Nottoway County emergency personnel respond to the crash scene as if it were a live event.
Somebody! Somebody! My arm! I can't feel my arm!
Missouri State Highway Patrol Trooper Dale Reuter announced the action to the audience as it happened. According to Reuter, the purpose of the event is to put the risk of driving in perspective.
There is no feeling you can describe or understand when you go to school one day and there's 3 girls sitting next to you, and the next day you show up and they are gone. I want you to look to your left. I want you to look to your right. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to imagine that those 2 people are no longer here. But that's about as real as I can get you to understand that when this happens, that person is no longer here.
In the case where the county coroner isn't available to examine or pronounce the deceased, the duty falls to the county sheriff. Nottoway County Sheriff Darren White says the job is heartbreaking.
We now have to go knock on somebody's door and tell them that their son or daughter is no longer ever going to come home.
In this year's docudrama, 2 fatalities were staged. Ambulances transported those injured to SSM Health St. Francis Hospital. At the ER, one of the passengers described what the factors were behind the crash.
One driver was Snapchatting, the other driver was a drunk driver, and the Snapchat car was upside down. There were beer cans all over the drunk driver's car.
Bedford sophomore Damian Henry says the view from the stands had an impact.
I expect to be whatever, like we know it's fake, it's just going to be whatever, but that was very real, vivid.
After the crash scene portion, students watched a Highway Patrol video and heard from guest speakers in Maryville's new Performing Arts Center. Reuter reiterated multiple times that as of Friday, 713 people have died in traffic crashes in Missouri this year. I'm Kyle Yehle reporting.